Okay, so we're back talking about Stranger Things. It's small information, but I
It's,
am
it's basically no information,
yeah, but I'm
but we're
here
here
for it. We're
anyways.
here for it. So yeah. I say yesterday we're recording this on the 7th, but yesterday was Stranger Things Day, which was pretty cool for me personally. I went to go see Volume 2 of Season 4 in theaters, which was really awesome. Stranger Things was made for theaters. There was something about like seeing like the red lightning in the episodes like
Yeah.
lighting up like whenever it struck and like you could see like the ceiling of like the
hmm
theater. That was just really cool. I don't know. It was a really cool thing. As I expected, they as a Netflix, Duffer Brothers, whoever, they revealed the first episode title for season 5, Stranger Things 5, and it is called
hmm
The Crawl. So
Dun, dun, dun.
dun, 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 dun,
What
dun,
a
dun, dun, dun,
what
dun,
a
dun, boom.
letdown!
I'm disappointed. Why isn't it called Max Wakes Up? If you're here from the season 4 videos,
Welcome back.
it's funny because we're back. It's funny because we're back at square one now. like
Yeah,
like season 4 took forever to come out, so we had this whole like we had like by the time like
we
we
knew
got like
everything. We
by the
theorized
time we
everything
got to like
perfectly.
the what like the Creel House teaser, or like even before then, like we had
hmm
had like our own idea of what season 4 was gonna be, but now we're just back at square one. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
sad, I guess. Like again, because there isn't a lot to say about the episode title aside from the few ideas that at least I have.
hmm
Um, I guess this video kind of serves as like an update for like what we're going to be doing for Stranger Things in the future. We are going to be covering season 5 stuff as it comes along. It's
Obviously.
not gonna be like Noah Schnapp tweeted that it's gonna be
No
sad.
snap.
Like let's talk about that. But yeah, whenever we get like substantial stuff that we can like talk about,
hmm
we'll make a video on it. And obviously this one I feel like could be a stretch of a video, but I just want to talk about Stranger Things again. It's been a little while. What was the last video we made? I think it was the commentary that we did.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
was
That was kind of capped off the season 4 things. Which, if you haven't seen that one, check it out. It's
Dude, check it
funny.
out.
I'm always
Why were you so inquisitive about that?
because I'm always hesitant to refer to our videos as
Funny?
funny because
Well,
I'm just like,
I
uh,
thought your jokes was funny. Hopefully, you guys find it funny as well if you check
y-
it out.
yeah. Oh man.
Erica, how could you betray me like this?
Okay, so The Crawl. First of all, The Crawl sounds like a usual like midpoint episode title. Like that seems like an episode 5, episode 6 title. Usually, like season 4 had like The Dive. Season
Right.
3 had like The Bite. That was like episode 7. And season 2 had like Dig Dug or something.
The Dig Dug.
The Dig Dug
The Dug.
digging.
The Dig. Everybody's kind of speculating that it has something to do with Dungeons and Dragons, of
Yeah,
course.
I have a few ideas of what this could be, but before I just basically read off what I have written, do you have any just random ideas on what, maybe not even what the crawl means, but just like what you could see happening in the first episode of the
I
final season?
I do, but I think you should read yours off, and I'll build off
All
anything.
right, yeah. What we know about like season 5 in general so far is it's going to be 8 episodes. The Duffer Brothers have said that the run times are going to be shorter than season 4. They said they're going to try to bring back almost the same kind of like structure and feel as season 1,
Mhm.
which I'm kind of excited
Yeah.
for. Because thinking back to season 1, it's really crazy that like I was thinking about just the episode titles in general, and it's
Mhm.
really interesting how like a title like The Flayed from season 3, it's called that because like the episode deals with the flayed, but usually like a lot of the episode titles deal with like a line, like a character says like it's this. And
Right,
that's like
right,
why the
yeah.
episode's called that. But like thinking back to it, the first episode is called The Vanishing of Will Byers. Will Byers vanished before the theme or the intro even rolled, which is really interesting when you think about it, how like quick the story went in season 1. Like they got straight to the
Yeah.
point. It wasn't like end of the episode, Will goes missing. It was like, nope, first 8 minutes, Will goes missing. Boom, you're in
Yeah,
the
they
show.
really set it into motion real fast.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that season 5 kind of, if they're talking about kind of going for the same structure and tone, I hope they like go straight for it in the story. Like
Get a
opening
lot
scene
of content in.
is like
Get it going quicker than here's the characters reintroducing everybody. Blah blah
like
blah.
here's
Blah,
what they're up to. First 2-3 episodes, them slowly figuring out what the thread of the season is, which I'm excited about because with how season 4 ended, they have no reason to do like first episode being "Dear my California dream," and like like they they're gonna get straight. I mean, hopefully they're gonna get straight into it this season. Which is like you can't not do that. Like there's no ways the first
Like,
2-3 episodes are gonna be, oh man, we got to do this. Which don't get me wrong, I love the We're Back episodes. I actually really do. But like with season 5, there's no way that they can have that. I mean, I say that, but they could. But like I don't know. It seems like
I mean, in your opinion, do you think they're going to do a time skip?
that. I mean, they've been talking about that, but every single idea that I have for the season doesn't involve a time skip.
Me personally, I agree. I don't really see a time skip happening other than like say a week or something really short to be like.
There's no way they could do like a year.
Yeah.
The only reason they were talking about doing time skips is to catch up with the kid. I say kids, but like the quote unquote kid actor ages, which makes sense because you look at them, they're all like 20 now, and it's like
they can't be middle
they're all
schoolers anymore.
Yeah, like they're all like 20 now or close to it, and they're not 14, 15, which I understand, but I feel like for one more season it wouldn't hurt, like it's not going to be as big of a jump from season 3 to 4.
Like the thing is, you say that now, but in like 2 years,
whenever and we're going to be like, oh,
oh my gosh, this 27-year-old playing a 15-year-old.
There's so much to deal with where I think like unless if they have a really specific story thing that they're going for, how could they justify jumping like a year? Like with Vecna and Max. I mean, I guess I'll get my episode 1 ideas out of the way before we talk about like what how are they going to do that? But to answer your question, all my ideas don't involve a time skip, but they're probably going to do one of some kind. So the crawl, I have things written down. I have 2 little categories: who it could be about and what it could be about. So for who it could be about, the only ideas I have right now are Vecna and Max. So for like Vecna, the only thing I can think of is him literally just crawling away and hiding to regain strength, and that's it. That's my whole idea for Vecna, because like if he fell out of a window, he was on fire, he's hurt,
kind of.
So like maybe he crawls away to safety, maybe, and then Max maybe crawling back to reality, and that's all I have for Max.
Yeah, okay.
And then the what it could be about, as many people did, I immediately looked up Crawl Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. There's a thing in Dungeons and Dragons called a dungeon crawl. If the title is in reference to like a dungeon crawl, then it's obviously going to be like a nickname given to the gang's like mission to defeat Vecna's forces and all that, and save Hawkins and destroy the Upside Down and close the thing. So the wiki definition of a dungeon crawl is a type of scenario in a fantasy role-playing game in which heroes navigate a labyrinth environment, a quote dungeon, battling various monsters, avoiding traps, solving puzzles, and looting any treasure they may find.
Assuming it's relating to D&D. Your idea, which seems very plausible, is that it's their, like, I guess you could say it's their code name for the mission to win or whatever, or it's in reference to, let's say, them exploring Hawkins now that Hawkins is basically the Upside Down.
Yeah, that kind of works into what I have written down here that I'll say in a second.
That's the furthest I kind of thought out.
What you said kind of like relates to like my idea in that, the final shot of the season of season 4 is, 11, Mike, Will, Joyce, Hopper, Jonathan, and Nancy looking at like the horizon of just upside downness. If the crawl is in reference to a dungeon crawl, I think the thing is, I don't know how they could make this work with how the show is usually structured, but I think it would be interesting if the crawl is like they have to like basically go from the outside in.
Mm-hmm.
Say like Hopper's cabin is near like the outskirts of Hawkins. They have to like get closer and closer to like where the four gates meet, which is like
Right.
Hawkins downtown
Right.
square where like the library is, to like fight
No,
all the
just to
monsters
get
and meet
there.
along the
Just to
way,
get there.
get there, have a final battle moment there. Where I'm kind of like second guessing myself is that everybody was kind of in a different place at the end of season 4. Like those characters were like on the hill, but like Dustin and Steve and like Robin were at the school, and Lucas and Erica were in the hospital. So like that wouldn't really work if they were gonna go straight from where season 4 ended. That's my first idea for the crawl, is that they have to make their way through Hawkins, fighting the forces of the Upside Down in order to defeat Vecna and close the gates once and for all. And some big final battle that is done differently than it has been before. That being like 11 just closing a gate. They have to like do something huge in order to just like sever the link between the Upside Down and our world.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just how it's got to go down. I feel like, okay, because I had an idea before this episode title came along and just fricked up everything that I kind of was thinking about what might happen. Because now I'm like
Yeah.
second guessing, like, wait, this is gonna happen because it's called the crawl. My original idea for like where season 4 would start is that like say, but again, like this goes back to like not factoring in a time skip. My original thought was that the driving force for like I keep on saying wanting to say kids, but the party, the driving force for them is, let's say
The
Max is
guys.
the guys, the boys. Let's say their driving force for the season is that Max is going to be like taken off of like life support or something. Like they're going to pull the plug on her, and they're like, we know she's alive in the mindscape or something like
She's
that, and then
dead but alive.
she's dead but alive, and they go on their journey to try to like stop Vecna to free her before Max gets like taken off life support. That was my
Mhm.
first idea, because I was like, yeah, that would be a great like sense of urgency for the season. But then like there's no way that they're gonna be like 1 year later and Max is still like just
1 year
not,
later.
it's just unconscious. What do you think the chances are of like Max kind of being like 11's mom, just kind of like alive but like not there?
I can totally see them doing something like that and having her like not all there, like she's still in the mindscape or something, or like
Yeah.
Vecna's not really controlling her, but just kind of keeping her mind hostage, I guess you could say.
I mean, that would be kind of an interesting thing where like he straight up tells them like, I have her in my grasp, just like
Hmm.
you send 11. We get like a Harry Potter, like the boy who lived come to die. Like, imagine with how season 4 ended. I feel like the first episode has to pick up right there. Like I feel like it
They
has
can
to.
do one of two things.
Yeah.
They can pick up directly off of the last episode of season 4, or time skip by like a week or two,
Yeah.
month max.
The thing is, like, a time skip brings up the question, like, okay, if they skip a year and a half, what the heck was Vecna doing? like,
Yeah,
like, what was he?
he
Was he
was
just
just
like hiding?
chilling in the new crib,
He was like,
aka Hawkins.
yeah, he was.
All of Hawkins.
A way that could work is that they pull like an end game where like the first episode is like their attempt to try to defeat Vecna. Something doesn't go as planned, and then they do a time skip. Like Endgame, they like went to fight Thanos, and
Mhm.
then it was like
Right,
5 years later. Like they could do that. I don't know. We'll talk more about a time skip
That would
whenever we
be
get more
interesting. That would be
information.
interesting. The biggest problem with the time skip thing is just, what is Vecna doing? Is he just
Yeah.
chilling? Is he conquering more? Is the Upside Down just going to spread across all of Indiana?
So this is just kind of going into like my hopes for season 5. One thing that I've kind of dreamed up, and it's kind of dumb, but okay,
Uh-huh.
I want a demo dragon.
Oh my gosh.
I want a demo
A
dragon.
Demo Dragon. That would be so awesome.
Okay,
They need to make some
Nancy
sort of
said
dragon.
Vecna showed her a creature, a giant creature with a gaping mouth. It could be a demo
Please
dragon.
have wings. Oh my gosh. The dungeon is Hawkins, and there's a dragon.
That would be so. Oh, they need to do that. Demo dragon. I'm sure that there's some like D&D dragon pre-existing that they could use, but demo dragon. I don't care. Demo dragon.
Honestly, I just want to see how it ends. I really have no idea how they're gonna wrap everything up. And
Yeah, like the show has to end.
I'm
Like
really
it has to
curious
end for
on
real. Like
because
how?
they could totally do like a bad ending.
Yeah.
Nah, there's almost like zero odds that they lose
Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
because they can't end the show with them losing because like 5 seasons building up to them just losing and
That's
Vecna
how
taking over the world.
that's how I feel about
That would be
Will, like if Will died. Like then that makes like rewatching seasons 1 and 2 feel like
in
upsetting
in
because
three
it's
and
like
four just because he's still there. Like
yeah, but like the main idea of season 1 of like rescuing Will,
right,
it
yeah,
makes it seem like underwhelming almost. Like if like
it
in retrospect,
just
like oh man, he died at the end.
a
Like
waste,
no,
not a
yeah,
waste,
like a
but
waste. Well, no, like a waste of like the care of like this of story, really.
yeah,
But so yeah,
yeah.
that's how I feel about stuff like that. Like, there's no way that they could have
Mhm.
them lose. I think an idea that would be really interesting because I feel like based on the fact that it seems like they're building up for ultimate upside down versus right side up war with multiple
Right side up.
monsters that are invading the world and destroying stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Hawkins is probably going to be destroyed. And I
Mhm.
think it would be a really interesting idea
I
if,
mean,
like, by the end of this show, Hawkins has become kind of like lost to time. And it's
yeah,
become one of those things where, like, maybe at the end of the show, there's like an epilogue years later. Like, it's like a flash forward, and like nobody really remembers Hawkins because, like, it like was just like lost to
they took
time.
it off the map.
Nobody no serious like actually that's a interesting idea, like they took it off the map, nobody remembers what
Yeah.
happened, like nobody talks about what happened, it's just like
Mhm.
a legend, and then they throw in the like, do you hear about what happened in Hawkins back in the 80s? No, I've seen Stranger Things or something.
They dropped the title.
And then the logo comes up. In all seriousness, before I just ruined that with the joke, it would be kind of an interesting idea if Hawkins becomes lost to time. All the characters go like their separate ways,
Mhm.
and like maybe they like revisit or like they can all meet back in Hawkins. I don't know. It would be kind of interesting to see like Hawkins fall for real, and
And
it's sort of like
Hawkins
a
is just like not even a town anymore. It's
yeah, it's
basically just
like
a bunch of like roads,
we
like
and like
broken roads and abandoned,
buildings and
rundown
houses and stuff like
buildings,
that. And like it would be cool if like we get like a monologue like about like how
overgrown.
nobody really remembers over time, everybody forgot about Hawkins or something like that. And
Is it
like
like the last like little monologue thing at the end of Polar Express where he's like, "Oh, some people can still hear the bell."
I want that so badly. Oh my gosh.
Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me, as it does for all who truly believe.
I'm not sure I have anything else to say actually.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all we have to say about that. Again, sorry a lot of this was like grasping at straws. Is that the saying? Grasping at straws.
I think so.
But yeah, sorry that a lot of
Grasping at
this demo straws.
demo straws.
Sorry that a lot of this was us grasping at demo straws, but I don't know. I just wanted to talk about Stranger Things again.
Mhm.
And this is the beginning of the season 5 journey. And you know, maybe in the future we'll have some funny wild theory video based on nothing. But as of right now,
That's a solid, most definitely.
as of right now, that's just our thoughts on where the season at least starts. It's going to be a long road, so it feels weird to say stick around for more season 5 stuff.
Yeah,
But
stick around.
you know,
Hopefully
stick around,
it doesn't
please.
take another 4 years or something like that. But
if it does, I'm going to savor it because this is the last time we're going to be able to have the in between a season. So, you know.
Feels like I'm going to be really sad when it's over.
Oh, and I'm going to be like bawling when it's over. Oh my gosh.
But it's not over yet. So see you next time.
Yeah.
Blow.
Lean.
He says it so bluntly.
Lean. What am I not supposed to mean?